Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Michele from the East Hampton Library. I'm here to read you a story today during Storytime. And the name of my book today is called Flora's Treehouse. Flora's Treehouse. Phew, phew. Flora's brother leaped from the tree and aimed his stick at her. "Take that, alien menace!" shouted Will before racing across the field. Flora watched as he zoomed off, then opened her sketchbook. Will was a good moose, but also a very loud one. Flora finished sketching the aliens. She used an ultramarine blue crayon to color one alien and emerald green for the other. "Hey, what are you drawing over there?" Will yelled. "Nothing," Flora replied. "Just keep doing what you're doing." Once she was satisfied with her drawing, Flora closed the sketchbook, packed up her supplies, and climbed the ladder into her treehouse. Just as she finished hanging her new masterpiece, she received a very unwelcome visitor. "Ah!" cried Will. "Can't you read?" Flora replied. Will's satisfaction at catching his sister off guard quickly turned into a sense of awe. "Wait a second," he said. "What is all of this?" Flora was none too pleased with her brother's intrusion. "This is my private treehouse, and Are those the aliens I was just fighting?" Will asked. He was always interrupting. "Uh-huh," Flora answered. "How did you know they were blue and green?" Before Flora could answer, Will raced to another drawing. "What's this one?" "Don't you remember?" Flora asked. "You flew your rocket to Pluto, but then it broke down and you got very cold and hungry, so you hitched a ride on a comet. You got home just in time for dinner." "I do remember." Will shivered at the memory. Will couldn't believe his little sister had drawn so many of his adventures. "What about this one?" "That was the day you were a human cannonball. You flew the length of 6 fire trucks and set a new world record." "I did?" Will asked. Not only had his sister drawn his adventures, she'd made them even better. Will walked over to another of his sister's masterpieces and leaned in close. "Hey, you're in this one." "It looked like you needed some help," Flora said. "The dragon had already gobbled up your mates, so while you distracted him, I raced into his cave and gathered the treasure." Flora couldn't remember the last time she had had so much fun with Will. She pulled another drawing from the wall. "I think this was my most favorite adventure ever." Will peered at the picture. "Hey, why aren't I in this one?" he asked. "You're not the only one who has adventures, you know," explained Flora. "Besides, I think you had to go to the dentist that day." "But you were with me when I went to Peru," said Flora, showing a different picture. "Woohoo," said Will. "Are those man-eating plants?" Flora grinned. "Yep, and an escape elephant." Will gasped. "What's so awesome?" Flora quickly grabbed another picture. "What about when you found the pharaoh's tomb and all the mummies came to life?" "That was pretty major." Will looked very hard at the picture. "How did you know? Wait, is that you?" Flora chuckled as Will gave her a wink. "I thought one of those mummies looked familiar." Will pointed toward another of his sister's drawings. "I wish you had been with me when I dug that tunnel to Australia," Will said. "It was really hard work." Flora smiled. "Me too." Though he could be loud and annoying, Will did have a pretty good imagination. He sat down next to her brother and opened her sketchbook to a fresh page. Suddenly she stood and clutched his arm. "Did you feel that?" she whispered. The treehouse is sailing away. Will stood and held her hand. We need to be careful of pirates. Flora, hold on. The end. Well, boys and girls, thanks for reading our book today and going on a mini adventure, and hope to see you again at the East Hampton Library. Bye.